Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out a knife from Trivisa. This is going to be an interesting unboxing because check this out. Yesterday it was raining a lot. This one came in a white bubble wrap package, and I guess the wind must have blew it away. So when I opened the garage door and drove out with my vehicle, I actually went over the box here. So let's see what the damage is. This should be an interesting unboxing, to say the least. I only realized I saw the package only after I had gone over it, and yeah, that never happened before, and we'll see what the damage is. The Dragonfly Y. Why Dragonfly? Dragonfly Y. 14C 28N steel and PEI handles on this one. Doing the honors, I got the Oracle U Pro, and I did an unboxing on this one recently here on the channel. Rocking ceramic, a ceramic utility blade. You don't see that a lot. And I wouldn't have expected ceramic to be a good cutting material, but man, is that thing a laser. So check out that upload, and I'm also doing a giveaway on that video, so check out the video for more details. That being said, here we go, guys. You can see the box has some damage there. I'm a little nervous going in here. Did the box save the knife? Maybe so, maybe not. Let's see. Let's find out together. All right, so it's a little tricky to get in here by default. It's, now that the box is all smushed, it's a little bit more challenging. But moment of truth here. Here we go. We got the Trivisa sticker here with some sort of dinosaur skull bone going on there. We got Trivisa wiping cloth, Trivisa QC pass. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Better material and craftsmanship paperwork. Thank you for choosing Trivisa. A Trivisa knife. A very nice and bushy looking carry pouch right here. Kind of like some UGG boots or something. And last but not least, here's the knife. And ladies and gentlemen, I am excited to report it looks like there is no damage. All right, that is good news. So, that takes a little bit of stress off my shoulders, if you know what I mean. Would have been weird to unbox a knife here, kind of all beat up because I ran over it with the car. But here we are, the Butterfly Y. Interesting name. Not sure why they added the extra Y at the end, but first impressions, the Ultim right here. I mean, gotta love the PP scales. I personally love Ultim. Also love the new acrylic. Both materials are see-through, so that's nice. We can see the Omega spring right here. We can see the milling holes for weight reduction on both sides. And there's also like a micro milling going on the Ultim itself. You can sort of see it depending on how I turn the knife. Adds a little bit of grip there, no doubt. The Trivisa pivot logo there looking nice. This captive, right, looking good. This knife, of course, as you can see, spoiler alert, it's a crossbar lock. The handle here looks a little bit, like if you cover this part, looks a little bit Vosteed Raccoon-ish, if you ask me. Right, so just me. What do you guys think? That part right there looks a little bit raccoonish from Vosteed, but small hardware T6 all around instead of T8. We absolutely love T8 more than T6. I thought 2025 was the year we would have moved from T6 over to T8, but still a few out there. We do have T8 on the thumb studs. That's good. And also the pocket clip is reversible and deep carry. But without further ado, let's get this thing deployed here. All right, if you're ready, I'm ready. Boom. All right, here we go. We have, that's a good satin finish blade right there, if I ever seen one. 14C 28N steel. And yeah, beautiful flat grind satin finish with a swedge there. All right, let's get a closer look here, shall we? And yes, we are going to be putting it next to a Raccoon here in a second, because I have, I just want to check a couple things there, but I'm absolutely loving this blade right here. All right, this is going to be a good bug out competitor, right? Crossbar lock knife style and all, for sure. Okay, let's checking out the action here. There we go. Okay, thumb deployment feels good. Reverse flick. Meet up the middle finger there. All right, digging that. So both of those are good. And of course, deploying with the crossbar lock itself feels just as good as well. So we know deployment is money.
Money!
The blade just looks so good, man. That is a beautiful satin finish. I hadn't seen just a plain satin finish here in a minute. All right, lots of stone wash, lots of other fancy stuff, but a good old satin finish just looks so good, especially after haven't checked out a knife with one in a while. I'm checking the ergos. It is a smaller EDC knife, so you know, I have average size hands, not the biggest, not the smallest of hands, and I'm able to get a full purchase with my average size hands. And no dedicated finger choke, so you can always forward choke a little bit further forward on the handle, but that's about it. And you know, a little bit of jimping here. You can put your thumb further up on the blade like that, but you know, just good, decent ergos for the size of knife that it is. Pocket clip is also, let me see, I feel it a little bit, but still decently comfortable. And I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Filler tab on the other side for, you know, it being reversible and all, which again, I gotta give them kudos. I just checked out like 2 other knives that are very ambidextrous friendly, and those respective companies did not do the reversible pocket clip, let alone something as nicely done as a filler tab like in this case. So I mean, I think if you're a knife maker, a knife brand out there watching this video, or you listen to feedback from the community, it should be a no-brainer, right? If it's a crossbar lock or a button lock, which are some of the most ambidextrous friendly knives out there, just do the whole reverse pocket clip. Just do it, right? Just do it, because you're going to include lefties out there, right? And everyone is going to be better off. You know, knives get resold all the time. Maybe a lefty is looking to pick up a knife and they see that it has a reversible pocket clip, and it just makes it an easier sale, right? Not only originally from the get-go, but also resale market as well. Hey guys, a quick rapid fire public service announcement. I am doing a July giveaway for everybody here in the channel. I will have a link for the specific giveaway video down below in the description and pinned comments. These first 2 knives are going to be given to subscribers. In general, no purchase necessary. This is, you are a subscriber, you've been checking out the content here in the channel. All you have to do is check out the giveaway video and check how to enter in the comment section, right? There's specific qualifications, so check out the video for the details. So we got the Lothar Leech King, which is an absolute banger here, pocket tank, right? I'm not going to go too much into detail because all the details are in the overview videos I have already posted here on the channel. Another lucky YouTube subscriber is going to win this Free Tiger crossbar lock as well. This one got the carbon fiber scales here with the D2 blacked out blade. Really great action here. Pretty much a Benchmade bug out killer through and through. Again, these are for YouTube subscribers, no purchase necessary. And moving on to my channel members. If you're a channel member right here, you're showing your support and taking your support to the next level. So I want to thank you as well, guys. This month you're going to be entered automatically, as long as you're a channel member, you're going to be entered into win a CJRB maximum. This is a David C. Anderson design, your boy over there from the Knife Center. And yeah, definitely really good action on this one. Really good for EDC, good size, kind of small, medium size, AR RPM 9 steel, drop point blade, stone wash, flat grind. We have beautiful green micarta on this one, recessed liners with standoffs. So that is for all the channel members. And last but not least, guys, for my Patreon supporters, we have the Eutectic Trinity. This one is very fidgety. We have multiple deployment options here: opening hole, back flipper, front flipper. We have G10 on the handle on this one, deep pocket carry, reversible clip also, and a 14C 28N stonewash finish clip point blade. So also a pretty good size knife, right? For my folks who are always like, Miguel, where the big knives at? Right here, I got you, fam. So don't want to go too much into detail. I have individual overviews and you know, videos on each one of these knives, so definitely check those out. Well, there you go. Best of luck to everybody. All right, this is my way of saying thank you and giving back. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And now back to the video. Well, let's do some size comparisons. By the way, here's a good old Vosteed Raccoon. Again, this back portion right here looked very familiar to me at the beginning, but you know, it does have a little bit of curvature. You know, this section right here in the front is slightly different. The blade itself is different as well. The Raccoon has a later drop, a little bit more belly, stuff like that. But, you know, similarities. I'm not saying that, you know, it's a copy or anybody copied anybody. Just as a knife reviewer, knife enthusiast, sometimes we see so many knives. It's hard not to see some similarities, overlap here and there. And, you know, there's only so many different knife design, handle design, blade designs that can exist without, you know, having some more overlap here and there. But anyways, that being said, let's do some of the typical ones in the channel. Here is the MSI from Microtech. Here is the Stitch. Take a look there, right? Those are going to be larger, much larger knives for my large knife folks out there. Keeping it in America, here's the Spyderco PM2 Para 3. You can see that for yourself there, right? Those are obviously slightly larger knives. Here's the Demko AD 20.5 and the Kunwu Chad. Take a look at those. It's the Civivi Vision FG. Here's the Kizer Militaw. Again, these are all highly recommended and linked down below if you guys want to check them out. prices, availability, and variants. And I do have content on all these knives as well if you guys want to check them out. Just put the knife name Miguel EDC on the YouTube search box and you'll find them right away. Speaking of Ultim handles, this is the Pyrite Light from CJRB. There's the Vosteed Porcupine. Right, hopefully you own some of these. I'll give you more or less a ballpark where this one lands size-wise. But let's see, I'll give you some quick stats and then we'll do our scientific cutting test here in just a moment. Under 7 inches, right? We've seen a lot of 7 and 8 inch knives here recently. So this one is very close to that 7 or 6.75 or 6 3/4. Blade is 3 inches with a cutting path of 3 inches. Right, so they're maximizing that blade to handle ratio. And very close to 3.75 or so on the handle. Blade stock thickness on this one is going to be 0.11, right? It's a little bit thinner than the 0.12 average in the channel. And 0.47 on the handle here, which is a little thinner than the 0.5 or ½ inch average in the channel. Now it's really going to do well in this next category, and that is the weight. When I say this thing is no more, it's going to be somewhere between 2.5 ounces. It's going to be under 3 ounces. So yeah, I'm going to go 2.5, but no more than 3. All right, how about way lower than that? 2.2 ounces to be exact, 62 grams. A really good weight for EDC, especially it being the size knife that it is. It's not a large knife, right? It's got the, you know, Ultim or PEI scales. So now it's time to see if this thing can cut, right? That is the $1 million question with a 14C 28N blade. Feels like a toothy blade, passes the scientific nail test, but here we go. Oh, we're creating swirls left and right. Check that out. And let's get some full slices, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got some breaking news for you. The knife cuts. And of course, some cardboard right here. Single wall piece of cardboard cutting at a diagonal angle for better performance. And performance it has. Okay, that was pretty slicey. You know, I mean, is there something? I don't know if I've ever said this before about a knife, but it was going through the paper just fine, decent. I'm like, okay. And then going through the paper actually impressed me a little bit more than cutting through the paper itself. So whatever that's worth to you, you know, take it with a grain of salt. But definitely very slicey. Definitely very slicey on the cardboard there, to say the least. And I mean, come on, this thing is one great, good-looking knife, no doubt. Guys, rate this thing in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10, right? How sharp is it? How much of an edge, right, from the factory does it come with? 10 being the sharpest, you all let me know. And also, let's hang out in the comment section down below, guys. We'd love to hear from you, all your thoughts. What do you like about it? What do you love about it? Is there anything you dislike about it? Let me know. And of course, like I said earlier, this knife and every other knife you saw in this video is linked in the description and pinned comments. So definitely check it out. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.